Okay, well, I mean, as you probably know, I had a contact at Eaton Square who was a friend, and we had come to a view, my wife and I, that we wanted a new set of carpets, and so I mentioned to him whether he was interested in doing a job for a private house. I knew that the firm had done big contracts with corporates, but I wasn't sure whether they did work for a private householder. He said yes, so I asked him and the team to come and measure up and give me a price. We were absolutely clear we wanted carpets, so when the team came first, they brought a lot of carpet samples and we looked at them, and we picked out two, and they agreed to come back with bigger samples. And when they came back, they asked whether we'd considered wood flooring, and I said, well, not really, because the main room I knew had a combination of some very old boards at one end and a new concrete floor at the other where an extension was built. So I'd not really considered wood flooring until it was mentioned by John of Eaton Square. But when we saw the colours and we thought about it, we realised that wood flooring with the carpets we have could look very nice, and luckily we had with us at that time two close friends who were both in the art business. He's a painter and an internal decorator, and they were very keen on the idea, so basically by a majority of 3-1 we decided to go with the wood, and the rest is history. Well, I was impressed with the fact that John explained that it had been designed by you specifically for Eaton Square. He explained the advantage of having a wider board, that it would work and be effective and look wonderful. So we simply picked the colour that seemed best and went from there. I mean, one of the things about your company is that the teams that came were frankly outstanding. They were as good as teams I've seen working on anything for anybody. The people who did the wood flooring, the team of 4 or 5 people, were just brilliant. I mean, they got stuck in from the first minute. They did the job, I think, the whole job, I think, in 3 or 4 days, and it was just an outstanding. They were a pleasure to see working, and they were great to have around. Well, you can see it's absolutely brilliant, and all the guests who come, who saw the house before with a sort of regular carpet under the rugs, they're so startled at how good it looks, frankly. Well, absolutely. I mean, they've only got to come and look at it, and they can see how effective it is. I mean, we've all heard horror stories of wooden flooring that comes up and they have to come again and the water gets in and all that nonsense. This, frankly, has been absolutely perfect. I was impressed with the way they fitted it. They left the gaps around the edges, strongly fixed down. They put the screed down to make sure the floor was absolutely level. It was just an amazingly good job as far as I was concerned. Well, I think it was highly professional from the beginning to the very end. The wood flooring is the sort of pièce de la résistance, which looks terrific, but I should also mention that you also did the carpeting all the way through the stairs and all upstairs, and that was also a brilliant job with highly effective, again beautifully done in I think 2 or 3 days. No joins that we can see, which I know is a very important point for John, and again it's working beautifully and has transformed the whole of the upstairs of the house.